Recently, I was asked the question of how much money should you spend when starting on YouTube? Let's dig into that. Hey guys, Mike Lauper here, and I'm back with another very cool video that you absolutely should watch. Today we're going to talk about how much money it takes to start a YouTube channel, how much money you should invest when starting a YouTube channel. Okay, now from my perspective, since you're starting out in YouTube, I'm hoping you already have a computer. You're watching YouTube, so hopefully you have that part. So you don't need to purchase a new computer. You can probably use what you have. You can edit on Windows and you can edit on a Mac, no problem. With the Mac, it's got built-in software of iMovie. You can use that, works great. On Windows, you may need to download something. I personally like DaVinci Resolve, nice and free. There's a free copy that you can use, works great. Premiere Pro is not free, however, you can buy a subscription to Adobe and then use their products. It's pretty cool, so it'll cost you either $20 or $30 a month, and you get to use basically everything they have depending on which package you choose. The next option is to use Final Cut Pro. That one is Mac only, and that one costs about $300 to purchase. It's a one-time purchase, and then you own the software, so there's no monthly installment. That one's kind of cool as well. Personally, I've used all three of those, and my personal preference has been Premiere Pro up to this point, but currently I'm testing out Final Cut Pro to see if I like it better. Starting out with your iPhone works. Starting out with any smartphone works. The video you're going to capture with your iPhone or any other smartphone is going to be more than adequate. My iPhone, for example, will shoot at 24 frames per second at 4K, and it'll go all the way up to like 240 frames per second, so if I want to do super slow-mo, it can handle it. The sound quality is also pretty decent on this. I've actually done a video, I'll link it over here, of how to shoot with your iPhone and what the quality is like. When you do feel the need to start upgrading, the first thing that I upgraded was my camera. I wanted a better camera, I wanted better resolution. What I upgraded to was my EOS Rebel SL2. This is a very nice camera. Let me bring it up into the shot here. This is a very nice camera, works really well, did the job for me, cost about 600 bucks, came with a kit lens, has exchangeable lenses so you can take the lens off and put on different lenses for different shots, and dual pixel autofocus. It's got some really nice features. It's got some high-end features that you'd expect on a Canon for a very inexpensive price. It does cost $600 or $700, and it comes with a lens. They do have a newer version of this that actually does do 4K, which is the SL3. I have not tried it out, but like I said, it's a good product, and I highly recommend if you do decide to upgrade to something a little bit bigger, this is a good starting point. So I was doing a lot of driving videos, so the next thing that I got was a GoPro. Why did I get this GoPro? I wanted to be able to mount this above my head in the car so it could see the dashboard and the street and the steering wheel. I was using my Tesla to do self-driving videos down the freeway, and well, obviously I wanted to show the car actually driving. And in order to do that, I needed to show the steering wheel moving by itself, I needed to show the dash of what the car was doing, and I needed to show the traffic so you could see all three things at once. So the GoPro was a really good improvement. I tried to do that with my iPhone, but the footage was not always that great. It was a little shaky. It worked, and I got some great videos, but honestly, upgrading was definitely a good thing. The next thing to upgrade after that is sound. So I have gone from using the internal microphone on my phone to the internal microphone on the GoPro to a shotgun mic that cost about $60, $70 to my current microphone, which is a Rode Video Mic Pro. and I'll link the video here when I got that. This microphone gets crisp, clear, beautiful sound, so technically definitely an upgrade. You're going to need a tripod. You're going to want to have a tripod so you can put the camera down on it. You can set it down on a shelf to begin with, but eventually you're going to want to get your shots at different locations and they may not be a good spot to put your camera, so a tripod is always a good investment. I got lucky, I already had lights from a previous life, so I have this softbox that I use and this umbrella. You can just sit next to a window. Make sure you've got lots of natural light coming in. That's actually the best light that you could possibly use, is a good bright window. And lastly but not least, I spent 20 bucks and got myself a handheld tripod. Nothing too fancy, this does the job, and it's flexible. Boom, I just set my camera on top of that and start vlogging. So you can start with exactly what you have. As long as you have a computer and a phone or a camera and hopefully a window, you should be all set to start shooting some videos. How much money you decide to invest in YouTube will not necessarily guarantee you success. What do you need to start a YouTube channel? Quite frankly, you need the computer you have, and if you don't have one, you need a Windows or Mac computer that you can edit on. Very important, you have to be able to edit on your computer. Number 2, a camera. Something as simple as your phone to start, or whatever camera you have laying around the house. You have to be able to record audio. Audio is very important, so you need something that can record audio. Now you can record audio with a phone. I have, it works very nicely, especially these iPhone 11s. They really record audio quite nicely. Lighting, it's very important to have good light. So park your camera or your spot where you're going to record next to a window. So quite frankly, if you're just starting out, you don't necessarily need a lot of money. You can start your channel with something as simple as your phone, a window, and a computer. Whatever you can get for free or what you already have should be a starting point. Let's talk a little bit about computers. So when I first started out doing YouTube, I already had a Windows computer, a Mac, and a few other things laying around that I could use, right? So I had my Windows computer, I had a tripod, I had a camera, I had a phone, obviously. All these things were ready and available for me to go. I even had a lighting setup, which I actually didn't start using until a lot later, but it was available to me for when I wanted to start shooting in the studio. I started out very basically trying to shoot videos about Tesla cars and about things like that, and I didn't really need a lot of technology to do that. So my first videos were actually shot on my phone, the phone that was in my pocket at the time. I mounted it in the windshield of my car and off I went and I shot some autopilot videos down the freeway. Those worked out fairly well. However, fairly soon I started getting comments saying, hey, the quality just isn't really there. The sound quality is a little low and the camera is a little bit shaky. So I decided to invest in my first GoPro. This little GoPro was my first investment. Why did I get the GoPro? Because I was shooting from within inside the car, so I mounted this basically up above my head in the windshield. I could talk to it, the microphone would pick up my voice, and it would shoot out the window and catch the dash of the car. That was important because what I was shooting was the car driving itself down the freeway. The original camera I had when shooting was this EOS, what the heck was this? Was this EOS Rebel T3. This is the original camera I had when I first started shooting YouTube videos. Still like this camera. I then upgraded to my SL2, and this serves me really well. This is a really good camera. It shoots really nice video, has this flip out screen, which the other one did not have, so this was very important. I needed this. Everybody needs this these days. How else are you going to vlog, right? So as soon as you want to start pointing the camera at yourself, you pretty much need a flip out screen or you're not going to be able to see what you're talking about, right? You're not going to be able to frame yourself or figure out what's going on in the shot. So this was my next investment. This is not necessary. You do not need a camera like this to start shooting videos. How do you start shooting videos? My choice would be a camera like this. Your iPhone or Samsung, or whatever you happen to have that has a camera on. These cameras are very capable. They can easily shoot vlogs. You can easily shoot just about anything you want to shoot to figure out what it is that you want to do on YouTube. If this video was interesting or you liked the content, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to be notified about future video uploads.